At every NFL draft, mysteries about which player will be selected when are typical. Questions about which team will select when are not. So when it became clear that no one knew the true owner of the 20th pick in the first round in 1974, chaos ensued. The mess began because of Washington's second-round pick in '74, which, prior to the draft, the Redskins had dealt to the Rams. The problem with that was that a year earlier, Washington had already traded the very same pick, their second choice in '74, to the New York Jets. Not until the eve of the '74 draft did anyone realize that the pick LA had gotten from Washington wasn't really Washington's to give.
You know, the way they used to keep track of draft picks in a 17-round draft was, we'll call it archaic. And when you're on a phone call late at night, Dad sometimes traded the same pick twice.
George made the draft such a farce that it was almost like people just didn't pay attention. Like George is he's just trading his whole draft again, so nobody really did the accounting as they should have done. I mean, he was a guy that was really smart, and I don't want to say unscrupulous, but nothing was sacred with him. And when somebody would call him on it, he would profess that, I had no idea, really.
There was a league's duty at the time to actually track the draft picks. It wasn't so much on the teams, because when you're making trades, there's no way to know exactly who has what.
The next choice is the San Francisco 49ers on a selection previously acquired through trade from the New England Patriots.
But Pete Rozelle was friends with the Rams, and he decided to punish my dad.
You have to keep pushing.
George Allen's claim that he'd made an honest mistake was not helped by the fact that he'd made the same honest mistake years earlier, when he was coaching the Rams and had traded one of their picks away twice. So in 1974, Pete Rozelle punished Allen's repeat offense by fining the Redskins $5,000 and awarding their first-round pick to Los Angeles, who traded it to the Bears.
Chicago Bears in the first round select Dave Gallagher, defensive lineman, Michigan.
The way that draft choices are viewed as precious today, that was not a consensus position held by everybody in pro football in those days.